Hey, 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 what's up, Facebook? Facebook, YouTube. Forgive me. I'm trying to get my lighting here. It's pretty good. Wearing a hat today, y'all. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. I'm like, what day are we on? My name's Michelle Christitas. Welcome to Angel Insight. Today, right now, we are going live with a daily download. So, what does that mean? If you're new to my channel, what that means is when you come to a daily download, I'm sorry, the lighting is just bothering me. I gotta fix it. I might have to turn my hat around. There we go. Okay, so I got me some hat head. All right, so welcome to Angel Insight. Um, there's different kinds of oracle that comes in. This oracle, the daily download, is a folder, and there's tons of oracle in there. So you might want to kind of go in there from time to time. And it is meant to find you at precisely the direct time in which you found it. So when you find this particular oracle, we're talking about the next 12 days. Okay, this is going to be a pretty powerful oracle, and this oracle or this daily download is really related to alchemy. So that means that there's something that's being alchemized for you in the next 12 days. Is are the energies that's coming in. Okay, so when this oracle first came in, I heard the song One Way or Another. I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get you one way. Hey, Justin, are you for real? So happy you're on here live. I love when you pop in, let me know you're here. Okay, if you come back, post, whatever. I love it. So it's nice to see you on here. Okay, so this what it all started with One Way or Another. Now, particularly, this is a song by Blondie. We need to understand the behind the scenes part of the song. Is the song was actually written, believe it or not, about a stalker, actually. So it was written from the perspective of someone stalking me, but one way or another, we're going to get you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. So there's these energies swirling around you, trying to kind of grab at you, trying to make you feel anxious, trying to make you doubt where you are. So it's feeling kind of like what's going on. Okay. It's also like, um, it just makes you second guess things. Okay, I want you to just kind of sit with that kind of energy. And this is because what I've been getting in my mind's eye is there's all this shift. There's a bunch of portals, a bunch of collective portals. Okay, collective portals that are closing, and when you find this oracle, you're moving through that transition. And the reason it's so confusing is because it's like six, it's a lot of portals. Okay? It's a lot of portals, and they affect us collectively, and it's like an energetic match, and you are energetically matched at this precise moment. 333 on the clock as I finish it. Okay? And we've got these numbers coming in strong. Now, right away, I had these structures come in. Okay, I'm showing to you for purpose. Okay, because we're going to use the cards today. We got three different oracle coming in today. Um, we've got the dragon. I'm calling it the dragon oracle. It's called Animal Spirit. It's given to me by my friend Sean. Thank you, Sean. But it's got the eye of the dragon, and this is actually really been coming in talking about our spark, our divine feminine, and our spark. We've got the Archangel Fire Oracle coming in, letting us know, look at pre-shuffled on bottom, number 33. We're talking about that alchemy. Oh my gosh. So that means that the archangels are here to teach us something. And then of course we have the ancestors. Look at this is all going in tune. Number 44, the wheel's about to turn. This is the challenge that we literally just went through last year. Number 44. We're getting ready to move into challenge 55. There's no such thing as being off track, yet you should know you are on star. I'm hearing OnStar, how may I help you? Whoa. Okay. That is super impressive. Also, let's take a look at the bottom. Are we growing into something bigger? Okay. So here we go. These are the basic energies at play. We've got some numbers coming in. Precisely, I had the number 1039, angel number 1039, come in. And I was actually told not to look this up, but to actually um, go. I like license plates have been talking to me for a month. So basically, I am telling you an angel number based on insights from my angels and guides. So, angel number 1039 is talking about being one with spirit induced balance and clarity that aligns you with renewal. Okay. Now, what does that mean? We're going to go through it. Do you see these structures I've done down here? Do you see the number 222? Are you seeing twos everywhere? Hashtag 222. But really, what we're talking about here in the end is 2020, having this vision, okay? Having this clear vision on the ascended master path of because of this challenge, okay? So let's go ahead and walk through this together. We're going to do the cards first. We're basically going to be doing three shuffles, okay? Three shuffles of actually two. Hold on. Ooh, three shuffles. Okay, I'm like, wait, that feels weird. Just had something in my gut. Okay, we're going to do three shuffles of each, and we're going to be taking three cards of each. We're going to start with the dragons. The dragons want to come forward. We're going to start with this in mind. What are we growing into? What are we shedding our skin on? Lots of twos today. Actually, okay, perfect timing. I love it. So we've got why I'm so sorry. I sound so weird, but I'm like, this came in a few days ago, and I'm just being urged to share it today. And so I'm like looking at my notes, like, what did I write here? So it's kind of funny. Okay, so what are we healing? Okay, so the dragons want to talk about what are we healing? And right away on the bottom, this is just the overall where we're starting. We're being stretched, we're losing, we're shedding something, and we're extending. Okay. So, what does that really mean? It really means that we're in this in between stage. Okay. We're in this in between stage. And that's why it can be so confusing, which is most likely why you were brought here. Okay. So, first cut is right to that crocodile. We're getting right to the eye of it. Okay. And when we look at this eye of the crocodile, and it's so funny because I'm instantly hearing I'm hot blooded. And that's really funny because these are cold blooded. So here I'm hearing this song and I'm hot blooded. Dun, 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 dun. I got a fever of 103. So come on, baby, do more than that. Hot blooded, hot blooded. Wow. Okay. So hot blooded, and I'm coming back to this angel number prompted 103. Okay. 103, spirit induced balanced. Okay. We've got some detoxification going on for, lots of reasons. I feel like this is involving, with that OnStar, some of our star family lineages. Okay. I'm not going to make any inferences about the crocodile. This is just letting us know where we're going. We've got the fish. We've got something coming up. Okay. Something coming up. I do love the synchronicity as we're about to hit this new moon. I see this new moon here, the orange, the spark. We've got the dragon here. We're really referring when I refer to the dragon, I really am referring to the essence of the spark of creation. Okay, this is really how I want it to be referred to, and it's like something's coming up to the surface. Something is rising up. Okay, and as I'm saying that, as I'm saying rising up, it's like I want you to imagine going up through the depths of the water. Okay, and it's like it's reminding me of a story actually. So bear with me. When I went scuba diving and I got a little lost under the water and I just kind of like floated up. Thank God. I just kind of floated up to the surface. But it's like until you get there, there's this in between stage. This is really coming up a lot in this oracle, really identifying, is this where you're at? Is this what you're feeling? Okay? Because we want you to be in the right place at the right time. And then look at all of a sudden, boom, there's a snap, there's a change. Because now we've got this blue new moon. Okay? So here at first we had that orange. Look at this. Let's go this way so that you can see it in order. It feels very related. It feels very mirrored. One is in the water, one is on land, and specifically in the desert. Okay, the camel is known actually to be able to hold its water, right? It's known to be able to caravan, to go through. It's very interesting, and what's right below that, I feel like it wants to be shown, the ancestral wound. And then look right below that, the snake again. So I'm really feeling that we're in the right, definitely in the right spot. Okay, so here we go, side by side. This is what we cut to. Got this ancestral wound. Okay, we've been talking about that. I am feeling the Egyptian timeline. It's time for us to really, have this spirit-induced um, balance, clarity, so that we can renew our spirit, so that we can, like the pearl, we can take the irritant on that root chakra, is what I'm feeling. Okay, the root chakra, which is really important because that is all about the manifestation in the physical. Okay, so there's just this is just really interesting energy. I'm super excited to read about it. Okay. And we're going to be reading about it in so many different ways. So, those are all just kind of letting us know if we're in the right spot. We're definitely bringing this energy in heart centered vision. Heart centered vision. This is an action that we're taking. Okay. This is a masculine elephant. So, what that means, is this is actually about taking action. And I'm actually feeling the stomp. And I'm hearing my friend Jolene and I having a conversation about the purpose of the beautiful elephants and how they're so heavy and weighted, and how they stomp through the ground, and how they leave their print, their blueprint, their footprint. And it's all about love. Okay, it's all about the love. And normally it's the matriarch that leads the family. But here we have this masculine energy coming forward. This is spirit, is what I'm feeling. This is spirit coming in your behalf. Look at that flame of fire. Something's got you feeling a little broken, a little bit confused, and it's like, no, no. Spirit's like, no. It's time to allow the balance to come in, the healing, the clarity, time to renew, time to move past. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what our cards are. Holy moly. We've got the eagle coming in. Talk about spirit coming in with a vengeance. Make sure that we're keeping a bird's eye view. Okay? What I mean by that is that we're not flying in and assuming. Okay? You always know what happens when we assume, right? So we don't want to assume. We want to see the bigger picture. Okay? That's that first element coming in here. Let's go ahead and see the second element is the elk. Okay. And the elk is all about the sound. The elk makes this sound, this bellow, if you will. And it's this bellow and it's this echo, is what I'm hearing. A bellow and an echo that spreads. Okay. Very, very interesting. And then we have the whale. These are really powerful animals coming forward here. I'm definitely feeling so much energy. We've got the air, the earth, and the water coming together in these three cards alone. Okay. And this is what's coming up from the dragons. Okay. The spark of creation telling us, those of you that found your way here, sorry, it's hard to work backwards tonight. Keep a bird's eye view. The hawk is the closest, really the closest to source. It can see wide and it's encouraged to do so because it's medicine. It knows that it's able to go down and catch anything. But it can do so from such high heights. So how can we stay above the emotions? Okay? This is the first thing coming in. How can we stay above the emotions and have a bird's eye view? Because I told you there's all these collective, like I want you to imagine you're in Oklahoma and there are 6 tornadoes going, okay? This is the energy that we're feeling. This is the energy we're feeling, okay? So how can we keep a bird's eye view and not allow ourselves to get wrapped up to necessarily go in right away? Okay, that's the first part of this message. The second part is how can we bellow? Now, I do think it is interesting. It's my first time with this card. I do think it's really interesting that we see this eclipse energy. Okay. We are coming up on some eclipse energies. The eclipse energies have really been very important part in my path. Okay. Justin says, I will practice observation. Thank you. Okay. um, exactly. And, it's just like with these eclipse energies, it's just they're so powerful. Some of these endings, these twists, these collective portals that we're experiencing are related to these eclipse energies. Okay, that's how powerful they are. There's so much shifting going on. And unlike the deer, the elk, they don't lose their antlers. So it's like you are tuned in. I want you to look at this. It's like you are sensing this. You're tuned in. For some of you, it's like it's confusing because and I want to tell you, for some of you, there's like inflammation process going on. Some of you are feeling stomach conditions because we are all sensing these energies, but we're not really quite sure what they're related to, which is why you've been drawn here. Okay, which is why you've been drawn here, because the essence of 222 is all about the connection of your root chakra. Okay, and it's all about that connection with your power, right? And unconditional love. So this really has to do with so much more than we can really express in this time together, but we're going to do our best. The third card is the whale. This in it's particularly it's the blue whale, okay? Which I think really matters, okay, a lot because this is all about not only stepping into your authenticity, okay? But this is also coming from the depths as we saw on the pre-shuffle, coming from the depths and rising up about to breach the surface. And there's something that wants to be shared, okay? This is what I'm feeling. I do feel with this alchemy is much wisdom, is much clarity, things coming together to put people on mission, to really give everyone like focused attention, which I think is so amazing because I know that I am so wanting that myself. All right. So these are the energies that we're going to deal with, first of all, from the dragons. Okay. Now, we're going to move into the archangels, and we're going to share a little bit about these. We're going to get the cards here, and then we're going to work through it. Okay, so on bottom, pre-shuffled, I didn't look. I think it is pretty amazing. We are talking about this alchemy, right? We're talking about, and look at, it's like, there's that eagle right here, okay? It's like, how can we keep the different wisdom, including our own mind, okay? Including, look at this, we've got the eagle here, we've got the ox, we've got the lion, we've got human, we've got this spark, we've got these waves, we can feel this energy, this lighthouse here in the background. We've got the number 33, which always speaks about alchemy on this channel, 100%. Okay. So this is kind of where we're starting. What I love about this particular oracle is it does give us little clues. So let's go ahead and read a little clue about why this energy wanted to be shown, because it's our starting point. This is where we are, okay, in a lot of ways. All right. Yes, there's an illumination. Do not delay. The time has come to share. Okay, I like to hold this up when I read. Do not delay. The time has come to share of your light. Be unafraid to speak your truth, for there are many who will benefit from your message. What I love about this coming in, okay, 2020 on the clock. What I love about this coming in is it had everything to do with my experience, which is why I'm kind of stuttering a little bit, because I really didn't know I was going to go live tonight. I had an instant urge to share this information about what I've been physically been seeing in my mind's eye and how it relates to us collectively. And it's like as this, how do we work with this energy, right? How do we work with this energy, and how do we stay above it and stay in tune and be ready to breach, right? It really just makes a difference. So let's see what the archangels want to say. Lady Luck is on your side. Okay. It's really all about collaboration with the one. Really focus on balance. We're getting that over and over and over. And I just kind of do love that it's 333. Okay. And why am I mentioning all this, my friends? Is because these are the numbers that came through uh, for this structure, okay, that we're building, that we're going to be talking about. Okay. So beautiful. This is really makes getting us in the right place at the right time. Okay. Here's the magic. Okay. The magic at hand. And I feel this. This is from the ancestry. You guys are ancient souls. You are here. This alchemy is so important because I am feeling this is number one, it's very fast moving energies. So this is what causes a lot of confusion. Okay. But I definitely see this is like a Valkyrie. Okay. And I see the runes here. So that means, and the chariot. Okay. So that means that we have this energy of the ancestors. Okay. We have this energy of alchemy, of going down. This is really telling us about that ancestral connection. Okay. And I'm feeling it. How can we be one with unconditional love? How can we remember we're not forgotten? How can we ensure that we remember that the universe has our back? Okay. How can we fuel ourselves? How can we be one with this healing? How can we be one with the clarity? Knowing that in many, many ways, okay, in many ways, my beautiful multidimensional beings that you are, is the reason there's so much confusion is because there's so much in flux, and many of you are perceiving on multidimensional playing fields, if you will. Okay, so it's really important to just allow yourself to go with your pace. Do what comes for you. Okay, and sometimes it's not ideal. My daughter, my daughter, she loves to sleep in here. This is our spare bedroom. I come in here because, it's quiet and I can hang out with you guys. And I don't mind that she sleeps here, but I'm like, yeah, sleep upstairs, kiddo. And she was like, but I don't want, it's like, it's never always ideal, but you have to. But what I'm getting here is it doesn't matter. You got to stand up for what you know you need. Okay. Like me, I needed to be here with you. And it's like, yes, it's like making sure that we feel guided, right? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see, what do the archangels want to talk to us about? Well, of course, they want to talk about that balance. They want to talk about the aboriginals. You guys, look at, do you see in the corner? Aboriginal. What is going on? These cards are on fire. Okay. The archangels are here to teach you about what the ancestors are bringing, the boomerang, the arc, what's coming back. Okay. What did we go out? What went out and what's coming back from the ancestors, how does this influence our power? How does this influence where we're going, where we've been? Remember, we're talking about here with the angels, okay? We talked about with the dragons, what are we healing? The archangels want to talk about how we're going to heal, how we're going to heal. And it's letting us know right here collaboration with the ancestors, collaboration with the oracle, the stories. They're being paid forward from generation to generation to generation. Okay, I love that. So, our three cards we've got number 37, Tehariel. Okay, and this is all about the masculine energy being held here. Look at that eagle. It comes right underneath that eagle. Look at that. Double eagle confirmation there. This is the placement. I'm going to pull you guys down to the table in just a moment. Okay, we're going to read the messages in just a moment. We've got Archangel Gabriel here, number 28. Okay, the difference between the two right away, I was told the difference between the two is 9. Okay, so this is a lot about the clarity. There's information coming in that's going to help us clarify what we're healing to this masculine energy. What steps are we meant to take? Okay, and I love again that this is underneath the elk, the bellow, the sound, the eclipse energy. Okay, and the dove here, it's like this is being extended to you. Okay? The archangels want you to hear this sound, okay? It's fast-moving energy. It's fast-moving energy and it's confusing because you can see it's like we're letting go of one thing and something else is coming in. And when that happens, it's like we're not really sure how to balance our energy. Okay? The third card is the keys. And this is what I'm feeling. There's that too. Oh my gosh. This feels so powerful. This card is extremely powerful. This is the Egyptian timeline. Okay, as you can see. And look at like we've got all these different uh, bees, this alchemy, these golden bees. Okay, flying away from the hive. 1, 2, 3, bringing it in balance, seeing beyond the veil, allowing the healing, especially to the GI tract healing, especially I'm getting to this to the belly. Have you had an upset stomach? Have you been in the bathroom? Okay. Has this been your experience? Okay. Because it's just like you're about to turn on that. It's like you're stepping into your power, you're finding your stomp. Okay. This is what the archangels bring in. And then the third are it's so funny. I wrote down Aboriginal, but that's not what these are called. These are animal dreaming cards from Australia. But I normally write ancestors, but I literally wrote Aboriginal, which I thought was really interesting that that came to play. What to heal from the ancestors. So we've got this Inshinda here. And if you know anything about Inshinda, it is a rare animal only found in Australia. It's got the master number 44 here. And the Inshinda in itself is a very unique, has very unique medicine. What I mean is, you see all these spikes, okay? It's almost like a porcupine. And what happens is the Inshinda, when it gets fearful, it turns into this ball, okay? It's its protection device. And it's like it's okay to kind of go into that protective mode, but this is the problem. This is the medicine that the Inshinda brings. Is if you go into protective mode and you make yourself all spiny and reluctant to move, how do you know that you're not being moved with purpose? Let me repeat. If you ball yourself up and you're reluctant to move, what if there's an energy that comes in to move you? If you're being reluctant, how do you know that that is not for you? Okay, so in other words, we can't allow our fears to ball us up. We can't allow that energy, those dense energies, to coagulate, is what I'm hearing. Coagulate and build and ferment and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's harder to shift. Okay, we've got lots of different energies going on. If we ball them all up and entangle them, if you will, if you're seeing this, right? How can we allow ourselves to be free? How can we surrender? How can we hold on to hope? How can we know that we're in the right place at the right time? How can we understand these energies coming in? This is why you were brought here, okay? This is why you were brought here. So let's go ahead and see, record keepers, okay? We've got another whale coming in, and this is the killer whale, the instincts, the self sabotaging I'm hearing. Okay. It's time for the self sabotaging. It's time for the doubting to stop. It's time to really allow yourself to come to the surface, to know that, yes, this has been very challenging. For many of you, this is your most special message right now. You have been going through it. I validate you. Fist bump. You are amazing. Okay? You are amazing. It's time for this cycle to end, my friends. This is the leatherneck turtle, okay? And its shell is part of it. It's a soft shell. So it hasn't allowed, this is what's so beautiful. This is the magic of this animal's medicine is it hasn't allowed everything that's happened to it to make it turn hard, okay? It's surrendered. It's time to really get past these energies, to really allow the wheel to turn, to allow the magic to come in. Many of you feel like you've been pulled back, you feel blocked, you feel like you've been stopped. But what's really happening here is that you've been collecting little bits and pieces of who you are. Okay. You've been getting this dowry together. Okay. You've been, and it's like this bird. Okay. This is the dowry bird, the bowerbird, and what it does is it collects everything blue. No rhyme or reason. It just collects blue things, and that's what it focuses on. And you've been doing the same thing. You've had a focus. You've been collecting information. You've been calibrating. You've been resonating. You've been channeling. You've been putting it together, puzzle pieces. Okay, and it's like now it's time to move through this stage, and it's like the nest is ready. We've been in this nesting stage, getting everything ready. Now it's time to actually, for some of you, give birth in a lot of ways. Because and this is what's coming back, spirit induced. Okay. Now I'm a mom of three, and I can tell you all three of my babies were induced. They were not ready to come, but it's like medically, they were induced for the highest good of all of us, for myself, for the baby, and because there's so many risks, right? There's so many risks that can happen. And so spirit is like, yeah, it's time. It's time for us to get past these energies. It's time for the brilliance. It's time for us to be confident, to really put our heads up, to allow this alchemy. Look at this wisdom and this alchemy throughout our upper chakras. And this is like really kind of speaking to me a lot about what's that? That's that oh my gosh. Humpty Dumpty. This is what I'm getting. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And that's because Humpty Dumpty really, us, we're one of everything. If we look from that vantage point, we fell, we cracked open, our pieces are everywhere, the skeletons are out of the closet. But from that, we've put ourselves back together and we've created this beautiful mosaic. And as we extend towards the sun, as we extend towards the sun, okay, as we allow this deep healing within us to emerge and to pay it forward, it radiates. And as you see a mosaic, okay, I wish I had one in here. Do I have one in here? I used to be a candle lady, so I have a lot of mosaic pieces. But as you twist it, it sparkles and it glimmers and it shimmers in the sun. And this is what I am feeling from you. This is what we're doing with our ancestry. This is what we're doing when we put ourselves back together again, realizing that we don't need to be attached to why we fell apart. It's not about why we fell apart, my friends. It's all about being put back together. Okay? It's time. And this is a very deep message and it resonates with me. Look what's on bottom. Okay. So, you know the rules here. First timers, we always read when it shows in a certain spot, boy, does this want to be heard. This is one of my most beautiful prized possession oracles. It is all about the Aboriginals, right? The stories, the oracle, I just love Australia. And, there's so many special animals there. So that's what I love about this and this connection to the ancestors. So we're going to go ahead and get a little more familiar with the Nshinda, okay? With the Nshinda. When threatened, Nshindas dig themselves into the ground, leaving no part visible except for their quills. Such a move precludes anyone from picking them up or altering their path. They effectively shut themselves off from the world, preventing anyone from interfering or getting too close. Such action not only protects them from predatory attack, but unfortunately, it also shields them from the assistance or the support offered by those who would see no harm come to them. What if Nshinda's quest for food led him onto a busy road, into oncoming traffic, into inevitable danger, for example? What if a passing motorist stopped and attempted to direct him off the road? What if these attempts proved futile? Because of Nshinda's obstinate character, prevents him from realizing the error of his ways. Quickly agitated in Shinda, they prey on ants they prey on ants because they know they hold a secret, patience and strength of character. Ants nurture the collective powers of the mind, body, and spirit. It expounds the strength found in the community and in unity. If Nshinda has shuffled into your cards today, you're being asked to open your heart to see the needs of those around you and the nurturing they can offer. Stop shutting people out. You need to let down your guard, relax your sense of personal protection, develop tolerance, and begin to trust. Shunning anything or anyone that may divert you from your path is great if you want to live an independent life. But Nshinda warns you against protecting yourself to the point that your heart becomes impenetrable. Nshinda helps us to understand the fundamental distinction between denial and determination, or more to point, the difference between not wanting assistance and not needing support. The idea of an independent lifestyle may appear very attractive. Fear of the hassles of commitment, the responsibility to others, but if you become too compliant, you may accidentally find yourself exiled from social activity altogether. Your friends may wander away, for example, and your family may forget to invite you to family events. To stand rigid and distant from those in your life will eventually give rise to the general belief that you are unapproachable, ungrateful, aggressive, and lacking in humility. Wow. So, Yashinda's medicine even goes deeper, and I'm being prompted. It says above 18, and this is not but there's something really unique about the Yashinda. Okay, I've had a lot of experience. The Nshindas come in as animal medicine. If you feel guided, there is Spark of Wisdom on the Nshinda. You can go to my Spark of Wisdom folder and check that out. But what's really unique about the Nshinda is they have a corkscrew private part. Okay, so the girls have a corkscrew private part, and the males have a corkscrew, a corker part. The reason I'm telling you this, and the reason this is because this has a lot to do with the medicine of the Inshinda, this personal protection. Is because the Inshinda oftentimes, and this is what I read. You can go check it out. But the Inshinda oftentimes would kind of, in a way, be taken advantage of while it was sleeping, while it was hiding, without even knowing. And so now it's like the universe came and said, Inshinda, we see you're dealing with this uncomfortableness. You're feeling violated, right? To the point where you're closing yourself off. So this is why there was this evolvement of this corkscrew so that this action could not just be taken lightly. Okay? So that's really deep medicine related to that. So the ancestors are talking about, oh my gosh, there's the number 20. I like almost want to cry. It feels so emotional. We literally have the animal wisdom of the horse at hand. It is number 20. We said 20, 20, 20. The vision of our personal power, the clear vision of our freedom, the clear vision of what we've been working so hard for, the reason that we've gone down. See this arrow? This the reason that we've gone down through our heart space, the reason that we've huffed and puffed, the reason that we've been taken on tour, right? Is because this is bringing us into our mission. It is so beautiful. But it's like, as much as we're talking about this, I feel like I'm at a weird angle, which is why I'm kind of okay. All right. It's like because we've been huffing and puffing and so much work, it's like there's this moment that's like, okay, I just have to huff and puff and have more work. And this is under the line of letting you know, no, here's number 37. This is an ending of the cycle. Keep a bird's eye view. This is a healing to that action that you feel that you've had to change. This is what the ancestors want to say. You're healing something that I'm really feeling the heat. There's a purification process happening, and it's happening to cleanse your ancestry. Okay? And it's like you're being held. There's a transformation going on as we speak. Okay? And it's very deep and it's very transformational. The frogma, there's that secret keeper. Okay? How can we be one with our most authentic state? How can we allow the frog to come out of the throat, to really speak up? Look at this energy. It like really looks like it wants to say something. How can we observe and just speak our mind? How can we collaborate with others and share what's on our mind, on our heart, on our soul? How can we be vulnerable? How can we see that many of us are going through the same thing at the same time? And if we can get outside of ourselves, all the healing is within. But if we can get outside of ourselves enough to know, and this is really coming in so strongly, that you are not alone, that there are others that are experiencing the same thing, and this will allow this synergy. This is that eclipse. This is under that eclipse energy. Okay? This is that inflammation, that irritation. It's like, no, there's a sound being made. Okay? Another 10 here. These numbers are just really speaking. You know, numbers, they speak to me. Okay? Well, look at this. We've got Archangel Gabriel with that number 10. Number 28 is the vibration of a 10. Okay? And with that vibration of 10, again, it's like there's these energies. We're split. New beginning, and an ending. Okay? So we take that 10. Here is the number 17. Okay? And it's like the reason I'm saying all this, when you look at these numbers in between here, it's like in between those two is a 9. So it's like this is a healing, okay? This secret is ready to come up. This frog is ready to jump, Okay. It's a matter of allowing ourselves to know that we are number one in the eyes of the universe, in the eyes of your ancestors, in the eyes of your guides, your angels. It's like everyone is rooting for you. And there's just so much coming in to make sure that we know we're in the right place at the right time. Okay? Right place, right time for our abundance. We're being carried forward. Okay. And it's like, look at this. So we've got all this energy about the threes. There's these three manifestations. This is literally what we're talking about. Spirit is coming in, spirit induced structure. You're being carried, my friends. Okay. It's like this energy feels really strong, but spirit has got your back. And we have a triple manifestation happening, and this triple manifestation is to allow ourselves movement, okay? To allow ourselves to get movement. This is the triple manifestation over the next 12 days, okay? And here you can see we're going to start with the end in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and bring you guys down here, okay? I'm going to bring you down here. These are our cards. This is the top. This is the middle. Okay, and here's the bottom. Now, we're going to start with the end in mind, which is basically this structure right here. Okay, so we're going to turn over. Start with the end in mind. And what I heard when I was doing this, I heard hold this center throughout the next 12 days. This message right here. Okay, so let's get a little bit familiar with Archangel Gabriel. Of course, we understand that there's a message coming our way. He wants to actually give you a message right now in collaboration with the oracle written in collaboration with the oracle from this author. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Archangel Gabriel is talking about your holy purpose. Okay, your holy purpose. Now, I think it's actually important to read this. Let's start with this. You are in total alignment with your sacred purpose. Feel hopeful. All is unfolding exactly as it should, according to the divine plan for your life. So many of you feel like, you know, the furthest away. Many of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. I really don't understand. Everything seems to be a muck. Look at this compass. It's like, am I on track? It's like you're looking through your papers. It's like, is this right? There's some questioning going on. And so your angels and guides brought you here to let you know you are exactly where you are meant to be. Okay? And that's at the heart of this. And I heard the song freeze frame. Freeze frame, freeze frame. So, how can you make sure you freeze on the fact that you are exactly where you're meant to be? Okay. So let's go ahead and share a little bit more about Archangel's message to you, because we need a little bit more than than just that. Okay. So beautiful Gabriel is one of the most famous archangels along with Michael. Gabriel can be perceived as either male or female and is shown in this card as an androgynous figure to honor the balance of this angel's masculine and feminine qualities. Known as the God's messenger, Gabriel means God has shown himself. He helps us discover our truth and our true life path, and is particularly helpful to the writers and those in the communication industries. Gabriel brings hope in times of hardship, accompanies new beginnings, and guides us through the veil of illusion. I recall my mother saying he once appeared in our house when I was a child. She heard a sound like a trumpet, and when she turned around, there was a huge figure as tall as the ceiling in flowing white robes standing at the top of the stairs. She felt a sense of overwhelming joy. The angel only appeared for a minute and then it shimmered and disappeared. My mother taught me all about angels from a very young age, and she always helped me pray to Gabriel for guidance. Still today, I feel this beautiful angel guiding and reassuring me. Sometimes I see bright white sparkles when Gabriel is near, and there's a sense of being in flow with the universe as though everything I touch turns to gold. Gabriel can bring hope during those times when you may feel all hope is lost. Years ago, I lost my job as an editor at a national spiritual magazine. I was devastated and thought I had lost my purpose. I felt like a failure because it seemed as though my whole life had crumbled beneath me. With very little money in the bank, hello, can I get an amen there? Okay. And what seemed like very few prospects, I went through a difficult period that lasted a number of years. What I experienced was what many would call the dark night of the soul. And I totally resonate with this energy. But when I was at my lowest point, Gabriel managed to bring me a message of hope. Walking home one gloomy London winter afternoon, I had my headphones on to try and take my mind off my heavy emotions. Music has always held so much meaning for me. It also is one of the ways that the angels can bring us signs. And then I'm being reminded to share with you the channeled song. One way or another, I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you one way. Okay? Let that music guide you. It was one of the ways the angels can bring us signs, so often the words of songs, to see as they contain a personal message for me. This is so beautiful and has so much purpose. I had put my music on shuffle mode that day, and I would often do and as I would often do, I asked the universe to choose the right song I needed to hear on my walk home. Almost as soon as I had the thought, a song came in that I'd never heard before. When the melody began, it was quite slow and melancholy, but even before I heard the words, I noticed a familiar tingling feeling in my heart beginning to expand. I had no idea this song had even existed, let alone I had a copy on my own music collection. When the words did start, my heart burst open and the tears came to my eyes. I can fly, this is the song. I can fly, but I want his wings. I can shine even in the darkness, but I crave the light he brings, my angel Gabriel. The song just happened to be included in a contemplation album I bought a few years ago, but I had not listened to it yet. The emergence of that song on that very day at that precise moment, right when I needed a sign from the universe, was absolute proof to me of that divine messenger Gabriel was right by my side, bringing me confirmation that things were going to be okay. You can never truly lose your purpose, and although it may seem as though you have lost your way, you might just be leveling up. The universe will move you away from any situation that is holding you back so that you can step into a much bigger role when you are ready. Gabriel and the angels always ensure you that you're on the right path. This oracle deck is living proof that Gabriel's message to me that day was correct. Ask Gabriel to bring you a sign of hope during challenging times and to help align you with true soul purpose. Gabriel can ensure the deepest failures are fulfilled when you lose your way. This angel will blow his trumpet to remind you to believe in yourself. Wow, that is so beautiful. So that's what we're being called at the center point as we go with the end in mind. Okay. Now, with the end in mind, we're talking about this energy. It's almost like a hashtag. Okay. Hashtag remember to collaborate with the infinite. Remember to collaborate with abundance. Remember that abundance is more than just money, my friends. Okay. How can we collaborate with these energies? How can we know we're exactly where we're meant to be? Okay. And as we're doing that, the message that comes in here is to follow the steps. Follow the steps, allow yourself to be guided, and more than anything, trust in your spark. Trust in and not only your spark, trust in what you receive, trust in having unconditional love for yourself, and trust in the clarity that is coming in. Allow yourself to be moved. Okay? Allow yourself to be moved. Allow yourself to understand that yes, something had been thrown out there. Something had been taken from you. Okay? I'm going to just say it. Something been taken from you, but it's returning to you in a new form. And Archangel, look at this. Archangel Sandalphon is right below the number 8 here. Collaborate with these energies, okay? Balance and shift. And the music, okay? Many of you have music, and you guys, I cannot make this up. Right under that, there's that 33. Wow. Okay. So I hope these messages are coming through nice and clear. How can we find the steps? How can we align to the path? Okay. So it's like keep in mind what we're receiving. Collaborate and receive with our angels and guides, knowing that we are preserved, knowing that we have this power connection. Okay? Don't allow the skeletons. Look at that. Don't allow our fears. It's like, no, we're not going that way. We're grounding our energy. We're staying heart centered vision. It doesn't matter what's been broken. We're detoxifying, we're purifying and letting go of these energies that have kept us at bay. Wow. Okay. So it's like, how can we keep our focus on that dragon spirit and and then how can we align to what's in row number 1 here? How can we align to the fact that we're coming on mission? Okay. But it's like, we have to keep we got to keep that eagle view. Know that we're being held. Okay. Know that we're being held. Know that, and this is a masculine energy inside here. This literally says XY. This is a divine masculine being held by its tribe, by its ancestry. There are feathers that are falling off. There's a transformation at hand. Okay. Allow the horse medicine to be with you. If you didn't catch this oracle, you've got to check it out. All right. Okay. Then we follow the steps again from the ancestors. Step into our power. Allow the secrets, work with them, remove and step into our authenticity. Don't allow the fear to keep us from speaking up. This is what creates that structure, okay? This is what literally creates that structure for us. And then here on the last one, it's like this is like such a beautiful energy. Spirit comes in and creates this beautiful structure for you. And it's like, you just kind of feel like a badass. You got all the keys to all the doors that were locked. You really feel your authenticity. And it's like, you're not submerged. You see this energy? You're not submerged in the emotions. You're coming up to breach. You're coming up to breathe. You're coming up to that spout, to spread these energies. Look at these energies here. Do you see? There's so much going on here in this reading. Okay, so that's the energy of starting in the mind. These are over the next 3 days, my friends. This is what we want to keep in track over the next 3 minds. What are the next 3 days? What's coming in? What energy are we letting go of? What's coming in? How can we follow the steps? How can we know that we're exactly in the right place at the right time? Okay. Now we're going to go to the next step. So this is the first 3 days. The next 3 days after that, we're going to be talking about what's in the middle. And what I heard here is follow the steps, add what you learn, burn what was. I was getting literally write on paper and burn. I got the number 1313, renewal through and through. Okay, so let's talk about this energy. Let's talk about what we're talking about here. Okay, so what we're dealing here is, I'm just going to make it easy. We're just going to kind of pull these out here. We're talking about this energy in the middle. Okay, so how can we really focus on what? How can we focus on the fact that there are energies that are alchemizing? There's an eclipse. This is a special time that you're at. We might be getting some inflammation because it's like we see, like the eclipse, it's like you see differently. Things are a little different at this moment. How can we focus on the energy, the wisdom that we've already brought forward from the archangels? This is what we're being called to focus on. They come forward to teach you, particularly about this irritant. Okay, I just want to show you. I just noticed it. There's these three flies, but look at this one's alchemized. Okay? This one's alchemized. And so there's this deep alchemy of this irritant, okay, that's been keeping you from being able to unlock those doors to get the movement that you desire. All right? And so, how can we follow these energies in the next 6 days and allow ourselves to really move through this healing, knowing that this is for us, that we're being supported. You're number one. Okay, that you're being supported, that there's a secret to come up, that you have something to share. How can we be observant? How can we be one with our authentic nature? Meaning, no matter what's happening around us, how can we do our best to keep ourselves centered? Okay, is really what's coming up there. We had the number 222 come up. Here we go, 222. Really focusing on these the archangels coming in to teach us how to feel connected, how to feel in our power, how to have unconditional love for ourselves. This is what the 222 is all about. Follow the steps. Okay? So we've got this 2-2 energy. All right? We've got this 2-2 energy. And it's like this elk. I want to read about this elk because I'm just interested. This is a newer oracle, so I appreciate you letting me kind of work through it. The only thing I don't like so far is it doesn't have an index. Oh, it does have an index. I didn't think it had an index, which makes it a little challenging. It doesn't have an index. Okay, so hold on. So it is water? No, earth. So page 24. Yeah, so I haven't even been able to play with it enough to understand. So I appreciate when we do this. Okay. Oh, that's literally telling me about. Okay. Sorry. We're going to go to earth, the creatures of the earth. Okay, so it's really telling us that the earth, when you see this, okay, let's go ahead and look at this. The creatures of the field and forest. This is the suit of survival and instinct. The earth creatures represent our relationships with fear, habits in general. The creatures of the suit are grounded, dependable, and supportive. However, they can be drawn to routine. They often become stuck in their own ways. Wow. Several earth cards indicate consciousness remains coded in the material plane or referred to in yoga as the gross realm. This means many practical concerns, money, homework, home, work, family, okay, are at the forefront of the mind, not leaving room for much else. Movement and exercise are especially helpful to counter the stagnation or stuckness that can accompany excess earth elements. Okay, so that's just a little inspiration right there about any time we see the earth element coming into our reading. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more familiar with the elk. The elk is stable, it's resilient, headstrong, the father. It represents the earth element in its masculine form. It provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many challenges. The elk personality, whether it's male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. This is you, my friends. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy, okay? But it's important that we keep this in balance. So when it's in balance, we feel supportive, we feel kind and consistent. When we're out of balance, we feel high and mighty, pretentious. Okay. And to bring it into balance, we want to eat and drink more consciously to allow the movement. Okay. So this is really talking about this energy that we're referring to, this reluctancy, this feeling stuck. Okay. So the elk is telling us, like, don't fall into those energies. Ground it in, allow the eclipse, allow the shift. Okay. Allow the shift of these energies. All right. That's very important. Allow the shift of these energies so that we can result in this secret coming to the life, which is really going to allow a lot of clarity. All right. This is something that you're going to be adding, just so you know. It's literally a plus. Follow the steps and add what you learn. Burn what was. Okay. And was literally getting, take a piece of paper, and you can take a piece of paper out, my friends. I'm going to show you what you can do. And you literally put a plus on your piece of paper, and you can do a category of what you want to add, subtract. Okay. So this is literally an exercise that you can do. Items that I want to add, for myself, items that I want to subtract. And then you can do the same thing below. You can add and subtract, but these might be habits. Okay. So it's like I'm getting one is beliefs, the other is habits. What beliefs can I add? Meaning, let me be honest with you. I am actually at this moment, which is why you probably perceive a little bit of uncomfortableness. I'm breaking what I've learned with my pendulum. It doesn't mean I can't ever use a pendulum, but I'm breaking myself from being habitual. Okay. So I'm adding the belief in what I'm receiving. I'm subtracting, that reliance on that. Okay. That's just one example. How can we go through and what are the things we want to add? What are the things we want to subtract in our life? What are the beliefs and what are the habits? Okay. Because when you put it on paper, that in itself is a manifestation. Okay. Now we're going to move into the last energy, the last 3 days. Okay. So it's like these are portals that you move through, my friends. Okay. So the last portal that we move through. All right. This is the heart. Okay. This is what I was hearing the phrase from the soap opera, Days of Our Lives. And that's what I put as the picture for this oracle. And I heard, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Now, this is what came through here, that this phrase is a visual metaphor for the limited duration of human life and for the inevitability of change in the world as a whole. In other words, that it is a gift to use your time wisely. So we're getting that it's a gift to use your time wisely, just to make us a little easier to understand the hourglass. We have these energies coming forward. Okay. So we have these 5 energies helping us to use our time wisely. Okay. To see that higher perspective, to observe from a higher plane, out of the emotions, to allow ourselves to come up for air, that we don't need to be served into the emotions that does not serve us at this moment, to hold on to that purpose, to know that we're in the right place at the right time. This is an ending, okay? To not allow our mind to get all squirrely, to know that the olive branch has been extended, okay? That this is a rebirth process. One thing is ending, a new thing is beginning. You've been given the golden compass. This is all about alchemy. It's time to ride through and to allow the integration to get onto the other side. Okay. And here we go. I love this, especially on the bottom. Got the number 20, being on mission. Okay. Spirit collaboration, spirit structure. Being on mission in the structure that is of your highest good that allows for these manifestations over the next 12 days to begin with, which aligns you to your personal power and your abundance. But what I love more than anything is what I wrote here: 20, 20, 20. Okay, which is 60, 20, and then 2020. So it's like this abundance, this spirit structure is what's going to give you the vision to step into that power. All right. This is part of the Ascended Master Path. This is part of the 10 challenges. Okay. That's what I heard here. So it's like, know that some of you feel like you missed the boat. Some of you literally feel 1, 10, 10 on the clock. Some of you literally feel that you missed something. I am here to tell you something. Okay. Those of you on the Ascended Master Path, since 2020, we've opened up this pathway. Okay. I can only share what I've been getting. I've been getting that this pathway, even though it started, I'm sorry, I said 2020, it's 2022, it's 11 years to 2033. Okay. We're already in that energy. There are 10 challenges basically over 10 years. The first year we align to the path. We make the choice to be on the path over and over and over. It is a choice. And there's these challenges. And some of us are like, damn, I failed. I can tell you, oh my gosh, I failed a lot of challenges. But there's no such thing as failing. Okay. And the reason I'm going to tell you is that energy comes back around. And this is why we're brought here. No matter where you are in this path, okay, these energies, what is for you will always find you, okay? Your personal power and abundance, they are meant to find you. And when you find this oracle, you're aligning to that. You're aligning because of the unwinding is what I'm hearing. So you're going through this unwinding. These portals are closing around you. And we could go into those energies, but it doesn't serve us purpose. That's what's so important. It's like the hourglass. It's like the sand is going through. Time is ticking away. We don't have to spend time on wondering why. Why did it miss? Why am I looping? Why is it coming in this way? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Those of you who found this, it doesn't matter. The gift is always in the challenge. What is for you will always find you. However, I want to remind you, 1:12:33 on the clock is what I saw, okay? When you align to this collaboration to alchemy, these energies, okay, when you align to these energies, it will find you in that time frame. If you keep pushing it and pushing it. Have you ever heard somebody say, if you push it away, it's going to go to somebody else? Okay. Do not allow that energy to really sink in. What I'm trying to convey with you, those on the Ascended Master Path, which is you, okay, which is why you're here, you actually have 10 years. So it's okay. It's okay if you go around. It's okay if you divert. It's okay if you avoid. It's okay. But wouldn't it be great if you could move? The choice is yours. The choice is yours because the only difference, okay, keeping you from your abundance is that trickster energy. Look at these energies. Look at these energies. This is right on top. Number 44 is challenge. The wheel moves. We allow ourselves to be moved, okay? We step into our power. We step into our imagination. We build our abundance. And I'll have to tell you, We have many have not been here before. This is a new frontier, my friends. Okay? The Star family, Star Trek, if you will. Right there, look at this energy. Look at the energy between the wheel, and this is like Swiss cheese. You see the holes? You see how things are getting through? The difference here is the eight. So it's like if there's a reluctance and you don't allow yourself to move through these energies of the next 12 days to collect what you learn and to let go of what you don't need, to burn what needs to go, it's like this is where you get pulled back into this energy to need that healing again, okay? But this also pulls you back from your abundance. It pulls you back from your abundance. But again, you cannot make a mistake. If you feel like you have to go back around, if you feel you need to divert, it's your choice. But your angels and guides, they brought you here, my friends, so that you would understand these energies. And, I'm hearing, okay, so let's just tune in. Let's just tune in right now and into what these energies and how they're making you feel, because I feel you, okay? I feel you right now. My stomach is very upset. Some of you got some gas. Don't no judgment. I heard a couple of you laugh. How does she know that? I see this inflammation in my mind's eye. What I'm seeing is this red energy. This is the energy of this healing that's happening to the ancestry. So it's like as your ancestor, there's this huge ancestral healing. And when I'm saying ancestry, I really am referring to star families. Okay. This is something that you're going to feel more and more aligned to. All right. Star families. And specifically, I've already gotten a couple star families. I'm hearing a couple right now. Cirrus energies. Um, I'm getting a lot with the Orion energies. I just heard Andromedan. So these are galactic energies. And I just think this is really interesting because this is not normally what I channel, but because this is the epitome of what we're trying to show here. But because I have my channel called Angel Insight, I work with the angels, and I do work with the angels. But if I only work with the angels, isn't that limiting myself? Isn't that a refusal to be moved? Isn't that worried about my personal protection? Isn't that taking me out of my comfort zone? So I'm being vulnerable and I'm sharing with you, yeah, I'm feeling that. And I'm okay with it. I'm going with it. Okay. I'm okay with it. I'm willing to stretch. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to be moved because I know that it's taking me where I'm meant to go. And the clarity is coming in little by little by little. And it's coming in for you. And what I'm seeing in my mind's eye as I'm tapped into this energy, remember, this is a collective energy. We're all feeling it in many different ways. Okay, let's go back to the physical symptoms. Some of you have terrible back pain, okay, especially lower back. Some of you are having urinary tract infections. Some of you, what else is coming through? Okay, now we're coming up into the heart chakra. Some of you are having like this quickening. Okay, when I say quickening, it's like fast beats. Okay, some of you have headaches, especially above the bridge of your eyes. This is how these energies are coming in. This is how they are messing with you. And I'm saying that because that's what I'm hearing. What is messing with me? You were brought to this oracle so that you understand nothing's messing with you. Things are being undone. There's no, like in my mind's eye, there is nothing I see. Okay. It's just like a big foggy mess. Okay. I am seeing, and that's because of all these portals. Okay. There's all this energy and it's transforming. What I see in my mind's eye is the energy is going, like I see energies going here and there, but they're all over the place. They're keeping me from my vision. Are you having some problems, like making goals, understanding where you want to go? Maybe little things are coming through, but the big thing is not really coming in, feeling a little lack of direction. That's because all of these energies are in flux. So be patient over these next 12 days. Heed the message that these angels have talked about. Okay? Heed the message, what they have talked about. And I wanted to go back to that because I realized we didn't share that. Just their little messages. Okay? So heed these messages. The first message, which I have to tell you, 10:10. This is about what I was telling you about. What's for you will find you. The 10 challenges, okay? And it's like many of us have been through, we're on challenge 4. We're moving into challenge 5 collectively. Don't judge yourself where you are. Talk to your angels and guides. How am I doing on these challenges? How am I doing on these? Honor your sensitivity because those of you that found this, you are sensitive. You feel and see. You feel and see beyond yourself. It is very tricky because these energies feel like yours and you feel them with purpose so that you can translate. Just like I feel them, it's so that I can translate what they are for you. You understand? You have the ability to do the same. This is the idea of being sensitive. Let go of self limitations and acknowledge the purity of your heart. Every child is born of light. You are returning to your true state of innocence and you're being held. Okay? There's really like a collective shamanism happening. Okay? And we read Archangel Gabriel telling you to know you're in the right place at the right time, that you have divine purpose. And the last card, stay the course. Your soul is calling you deeper and higher wisdom. You are entering a new phase of creation. Many new gifts will be revealed. Many new gifts will be revealed. So, we've talked about a lot of things in this oracle. There's much more. What insights does this lead you to? I put the song, which interesting enough was from Cruella de Vil, not the animated, the motion picture, which if you haven't seen it, that is really an awesome movie. Okay. But what I love in the video, okay, is they show this competition. And this is what we're letting go of. And isn't it interesting that all of this is really talking about the golden age, the power of the alchemy, the gold, okay? Um, and we're moving it from the Piscean into this Aquarian age. Many people have said we've done it, right? And in that it's just begun. And what's really super interesting about all of this, okay, about this alchemy, about this gold, is it's like we've learned from competing with one another. It's not that you're better than me or I'm better than you. We are each other. We are feeling and experiencing collectively the same energies. This is the deepest medicine, is that there are energies at play that want to separate us, to keep us in battle with each other. What if we all just let that go? I think we would realize that we are all dealing with that same underlying energy. And you know what's coming in my mind's eye? I'm going to look for it, and I'm hearing 3 cards. Okay, hold on. Let me find it because I'll tell you what's coming to my eye right now. Here it is. I was told to use the the energies around it. This is what came to my mind's eye. We're letting go of something is being let go of the vice grip. The alligator has a vice grip. When it goes into attack, it holds its mouth down and it takes its prey under and it basically drowns them. And this is the idea here is the trickster energies, the holes, right? Where things fall through. They take us down just like the alligator, the crocodile. And what they do is they hold us and they drown us in the emotions. Look what's around this. We've got the firefly, we've got the cosmic egg, okay, which means we're about to birth something bigger. And we've got the firefly, the spark of the star family, the spark of this happening within all of us at the same time. This is the energy. This is the time. This is so huge, my friends. So be patient with yourself. And I can't even make this up. I didn't even notice this, you guys, until I noticed the horse. But look at in those 3 cards, like I cannot make this up. Was the firefly, the crocodile, the cosmic egg, the horse. So if you haven't checked out the horse, let me tell you, my laptop dropped. It's in 2 different separate components. And right below that, I mean, we could just keep going. The dragonfly, the unicorn. Okay, just keep going and going and going. It's just like, feels like a very huge new beginning. It really, really does. But something feels unfinished here. So I just let me tap in for just one moment. Yeah, something feels very unfinished. Do we have a message that we want to channel? No. Is there something that wants to be shown? Okay. You guys, I was feeling it, and I do feel that there's something more. I can feel there's like something that this whole reading that has been on the tip of my tongue. So I'm going to hang in there. My mind's eye, I'm seeing the shift. I'm still seeing, but I'm starting to see a little bit more of a golden. Oh, okay. Here we go. I just had something come in. It's what I refer to as the spider, the ancestral wound. And it's alchemizing little by little, each of us carrying a strand. So I want you to imagine, this spider energy. This is how it comes through for me. And this spider energy, and what I'm seeing is this untwisting, and I'm seeing, and this is what's involved in, I'm literally seeing this spinning around, okay? It's like spinning around, unraveling here and there and here. And it's like this spider, oh my gosh, is just so a part of my own sacred mission, y'all. It's the understanding of this ancestral wounding, how we carry this within ourselves, how we carry it in ourselves in the micro and in the universe on the macro, right? And so this is collectively affecting all of us. And it's time for us to move past this. It's time for the collective to move forward. I'm being reminded of a conversation I had with my daughter today, okay, as these energies, because I'm really, okay. I'm being shown more and more. I'm going to share this story as this energy unwinds, okay, in my mind's eye so I can share with you. And it's so interesting. I'm seeing like literally, um, if you imagine, if you can imagine that there's a spider web, okay, and what I'm seeing here, are little parts of the web being cleared. Now, what I've come to understand this is as the subconscious scripts. Okay, the spider is representative of the ancestors, the wounds of our ancestors, and what we carried, and how that runs through our subconscious, and in a lot of ways holds our structure, and it can be very confusing. But we're going through a time where we're able to work with the ancestors to unravel those scripts so that we can start anew, undoing all that has happened, the wars, the famines, the the bloodshed. I mean, can you think of the monstrous things that we have done to each other over the millennia? Okay. And if you think from a different perspective, what caused us all to have that separation, to fight with one another in the first place? Did any of us win from all that fighting, that war, that separation? The real question is, who's winning from that? The real question is to really start asking, as you go within you, it's like, what am I supposed to learn from these energies? Okay. So, this is what's unraveling. And the ancestral wound, it's affecting many star families. Many star families. This is what all these different portals are, a collective wound that resonated in so many different ways. This is why I've been getting star on star. They say Orion. Orion, I mentioned that, they carry the Orion, those from Orion. I know I have some of that in my ancestry. They carry the wound of the warrior, okay? The fight. And it's just like you fight and you fight and you fight and you fight and you fight. The hardest thing is to know when to stop, is to know when to learn not to fight. And this is a message I bring forward to you. This is a message I bring forward to all that are here, is to let go of the fight, to know that there is something more. How can we surrender and have unconditional love? Because, yes, we have all been violated. We have all been violated. But if that's all we expect, if that's all that we put into the universe and all that we focus on, guess what we get? More violation. How can we allow ourselves to be moved? How can we allow ourselves to believe in where we're going? Okay. This is the message I share with you today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Justin, I'm so happy you're on here. Okay. Oh, spot on. Thank you. Yeah, let me know how it resonates with you. Let me know where you're at. I know I'm going through a lot of these emotions. I'm just gonna be vulnerable and let you know. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better, but I definitely feel like since Christmas time, but right before Christmas, it's just like one thing after another, after another, after another. Okay. But it all has purpose. So maybe you've been feeling that too. Okay. Because this is a collective energy. And those of you that are tapped into that, most of you are sensitives. Okay. So when I say that, okay, because I just felt this energy on my right hand, it just like grabbed me. And it's just like what I want to say about that is that if a lot of this becomes very overwhelming, I want you to remind you of a few things. The very first thing is I release all energies that don't belong to me. I pull my energy back to me. I am powerful. I am powerful. I am powerful. I'm sovereign. I am free. Okay? Because over these next 12 days, as these energies are going back and forth, there's going to be these energies that are going to try and swing and grab you. These are these trickster energies. So call your power back every time you feel called. Okay? If you feel called to take a bath, a salt bath especially, okay, take that salt bath. If you're feeling I'm getting some of you with these headaches, okay? Some of this is actually because of how the portal is working. And, I'm getting a message. Some of you will resonate with a healing that I have coming up next week. So I'm going to go ahead and mention it. I'm already being called to prepare to do attunement for citrine and sage, and then magnetite, pyrite, and barley. And that these two will help with this inflammation process, help with, being in the thick of it, okay? Because it awakens your memory. You feel the sting. But it's okay to allow yourself to take the wisdom and to let go of the pain. We can't allow the pain and the panic and the anxiety and the stress. We can't allow them to be the precursor. What I'm talking about, another story coming in, and then I'm going to walk. Another story coming in is about those who are COPD. I'm a nurse by trade. I don't know if you know what that means, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. These are people that have a hard time breathing, okay? And it happens for lots of reasons. But what happens more than anything is we have a sacred contract with the trees, with the plants, right? I breathe out CO2 for the plants and the trees, and they breathe out oxygen. It's a sacred exchange. But what happens in the process of people that have COPD is they lose that sacred exchange, and instead it reverses. They need the carbon dioxide to remind them to breathe rather than the oxygen. It becomes backwards, okay? And when it becomes backwards, what happens? Okay, you can see some light language coming in for healing for you. Just enjoy it, okay? But what happens is that instinct, things get reversed and it feels unnatural, okay? And this is a little bit about what we're going to be experiencing, is why I share this with you. And it's like sometimes not sometimes, but on the spiral, I was just talking to Deb about this today. So shout out to you, Deb. It's like when you spiral, look at this. Look at how I'm doing the spiral. You go low before you go up. You go down before you swing around. This is what we're meant to remember, the boomerang effect. Just be patient. A lot is being burned away, my friends. Okay, one more message. You can go on my channel and look for the Violet Flame Prayer. I'll try to post in the community. That helps me all the time. So if you're feeling very overwhelmed, you can go into that energy. Feel free, if you're already getting prompted, feel free to guide me. That's what I was saying with that sacred. I've never offered a set of attunements by themselves. So you'll see, you can get an attunement set. I can't remember the price. I think it's $44 for one, and which would be $88 for both. But at the same point in time, if you do both meditation journeys, it's $77. So I'm just kind of throwing that here so that you can think about that. It's coming up next week. Okay. So, and those, you can look at citrine and pyrite, sage and barley. They are used as power powerful cleansing generators, okay, to cleanse the energies from these collective portals that are finally closing. Okay. I don't know why. It's just coming through, my friends. So we're just gonna finish it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We'll see you soon. I hope this resonated. It was a weird one, but that's okay. I'll talk to you soon.